Hotel staff denies black CEO a room. Seconds later, they instantly regret it. The arrival. It was a bitterly cold evening in Chicago when Anthony Wallace stepped through the glass doors of the Grand Regent Hotel. The marble floors gleamed under the soft glow of chandeliers, and a gentle hum of classical music played in the background. The place exuded wealth, prestige, and exclusivity. Anthony had been traveling all day for a high-stakes business meeting. As CEO of Wallace Tech, one of the fastest-growing AI companies in the country, he was no stranger to luxury hotels. He had booked a penthouse suite weeks in advance. Dressed in a sharp navy suit, he approached the front desk, setting down his sleek leather duffel. "Good evening," he said, offering a polite smile. "I have a reservation, Anthony Wallace." The young receptionist, a man in his early 20s with neatly combed blonde hair, glanced up, then down at his screen. His eyes flickered with hesitation. Wallace, you said?" He typed something into the computer, then frowned. "Yes, Anthony Wallace. The penthouse suite." The receptionist hesitated again, then exchanged a glance with a nearby manager, a middle-aged man with a stiff posture and an air of arrogance. The manager stepped forward. "I'm sorry, sir," he said curtly, "but I'm afraid we don't have any rooms available for you." Anthony raised a brow. "That can't be right. I booked in advance. Paid in full." "I understand," the manager said, his tone devoid of sympathy. "But we reserve the right to deny service. You'll have to find accommodations elsewhere." A quiet tension filled the space. Guests in the lobby glanced over, sensing the unspoken truth behind the rejection. Anthony sighed. He had faced this kind of discrimination before, unspoken yet painfully obvious. He could have argued, could have demanded to see a superior. Instead, he gave a knowing smile. "I see." With dignified composure, he picked up his bag and turned toward the exit. But just as he reached the doors, a voice called out. A turn of fate. "Excuse me, sir." A woman in her 60s, elegantly dressed in a navy blue dress and pearls, stepped forward. She had been quietly observing from the corner of the lobby. "Did I hear correctly?" she asked, turning to the manager. "You just denied this gentleman his room?" The manager cleared his throat. "Mrs. Whitmore, this is a private matter." Her eyes, sharp and unwavering, locked onto his. "Oh, I think not." She turned to Anthony. "What's your name, dear?" "Anthony Wallace." Her eyes widened slightly, and she smiled. "The Anthony Wallace?" The lobby fell silent. Whispers rippled through the guests. Mrs. Whitmore turned back to the manager. "You just turned away the CEO of Wallace Tech, one of the keynote speakers at the innovation conference your hotel is hosting tomorrow." The color drained from the manager's face. I didn't realize." "Of course, you didn't," she said coldly. "Because you didn't bother to check. You judged him the moment he walked in." Anthony crossed his arms, watching as the manager's arrogance crumbled into panic. "I deeply apologize, Mr. Wallace," the manager stammered. We can, of course, accommodate you. Your suite is ready." Anthony studied him for a long moment. Then he smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "That won't be necessary." Turning to Mrs. Whitmore, he extended his hand. "Thank you for speaking up. It means more than you know." She shook his hand firmly. The world doesn't change unless good people refuse to stay silent. The instant regret. As Anthony exited, the weight of what had just happened settled over the hotel staff. The manager swallowed hard, already imagining the damage control he'd have to do. Word would spread fast. After all, Wallace Tech was a major player in the industry. But the real regret came an hour later when Mrs. Whitmore, the hotel's primary investor, made a phone call. By morning, the manager's office was empty. And by evening, the Grand Regent had released a public statement, apologizing for the incident and announcing a new diversity and inclusion training initiative. But Anthony? He didn't give them another thought. He was too busy preparing for his speech, the one about the future of technology and how innovation should be for everyone, regardless of where they came from or what they looked like. A lesson learned. As he took the stage the next day, looking out over a sea of young, eager minds, he knew that one simple truth remained. Respect isn't earned by wealth or power. It's the foundation of humanity. And those who fail to give it freely, they always regret it in the end.